Hey designers, welcome to my YouTube channel. And here today we're going to be talking about Python as well. And in our last video I showed you how to install Python and how to get Python 3.13 into your computer. And we also did a little activity where we're using our terminal, but for this video I'm going to be using Python IDLE. So if you know that you want to follow along, please watch the video if you've not watched the video and get your Python into your computer so that you can follow along. Today we're going to be using IDLE. Once you've installed your Python, you're going to have a Python IDLE. And so I'm just going to type mine in IDLE. And this is my Python IDLE, Python 3.13. So we can just go right into it. So in the last class, we talked about strings. And we talked about integers as well. So strings are alphabets joined together, while integers are numbers. We did a little function adding strings, dividing strings, multiplying strings, adding integers, dividing integers, and multiplying integers. Then we joined strings together, whereby we could use our first name and our last name to give us the full name. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about three functions, or should I say three activities in Python. And they are namely string slicing. That's the first one, string slicing. I'm going to show you how to slice your string, and so you can call just a part of your value. You don't have to call it all. So we're going to work on that. We're also going to work on casing. So we're going to work on casing, how you can change your value from uppercase to proper case, or from proper case to uppercase, and so on, from proper to lower to upper. We're going to be working on those three. I'm also going to be working on string formatting. So that's F string. So we're going to be working on F string as well. So that's F strings. So let's get right into it. So first we're going to talk about string slicing. As I said, string slicing, we're going to be using a text. I'm just going to use the text. I'm going to use text. So let's say text is equals to programming. Text is equals to programming. This is IDLE. Now, I'm going to explain the reason why we're using this IDLE today actually is because when you're using PowerShell, my Windows PowerShell, it doesn't express everything we want to express in this video. So that's the reason why we're using IDLE, and I really hope you can follow along. So programming, this is a value. Now we're going to hit enter. We're going to say, okay, now we have programming. We want to call out just a portion of programming. Maybe we want to call out program. How do we go about doing that? So this is how we do it. First, let's check the length of programming, and we can use a simple function in Python to check the length. That's a Python print, open parenthesis, len, that means length, and inside it we're just going to put text. So always remember that if you start a function or an operation in proper case, for example, this is proper case, starting with a capital letter, going down to small letters, you always have to use, whenever you want to call it, you have to use it exactly that same way. So let's see what this gives us. So it gives us 11 characters. So let's count it down. So P, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have 11 characters in programming. Okay, now that we have 11 characters in programming, we know, okay, these are the numbers we have. And in Python, there's something you have to note. Python doesn't start counting from 1. Python starts counting from 0, just like many other programming languages. So Python, you have something 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. Okay, so we have only 10, because if you count it from 0, there are 11 characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there are 11 characters here. So this is how Python saves a value. So even though it's a string, Python still saves it from 0 to 10, just in case you want to call part of that value. So let's come under here. Let's say we want to call program. So I'm just going to call program out of programming. And how do I go about doing that? I want to call just program. Now the first thing is I have to know where it ends. So we're going to say P0. Okay, let's call out just P first. And let's say print, open parenthesis. I'm going to say text. Then I'm going to use bold brackets. And in the bold bracket, I'm just going to put 0, which represents P. And here you see it called out only P. This is amazing because you can use this when you are trying to call out values in short forms, or basically when you're trying to organize your work, you can always use this. So let's call out program. So we should count that out. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is the last M for program. But when you are calling it out, when you're calling out a portion of your value, remember that you don't stop in the last one. So it's the one after. So for example, I'm going to call out print. I'm going to call out the text. And here I'm going to say bold brackets. Here I'm going to say 0 to, so like 0 ratio, but 0 to 7. Now it's going to print everything before the 7th character. So always remember to add that 1. Sometimes it can be confusing, but just remember to add 1 when you're trying to call out a particular value. So you can hit enter and it calls out program. Yay, and we're done with that. So next we're going to be going to casing. We're going to be working with casing. Next is casing. So how do we change this text from this? It's all in lowercase, by the way. We're going to change it from lowercase to uppercase. We're going to change it to propercase, and we're still going to change it back to lowercase. So how do we do this? We can come here and say, okay, print, and I'm just going to open a bracket or parenthesis, and in it I'm going to put text, and I'm just going to put dots, and I'm going to say upper. Now we're also putting an empty parenthesis in it. That empty parenthesis represents the fact that there's no argument. So when it comes to Python, we use parentheses, empty parentheses, to show there's no argument there, and we are putting this straight out. This is just what I want. If there was an argument, we're going to have to change it up. So there's no argument to this. We're going to say text.upper, and let's see how it presents it. And this is wonderful. It presents it all in uppercase. Uppercase meaning all in capital letters. Now let's change it back to proper case. I'm going to say print. I'm going to use text. Then I'm going to put dots. Now in Python, when you're doing proper case, we do not use proper. We use title. When you're trying to call out proper case, we do not use proper, we use title. So now hit and you see that it called it out starting with a capital P. It started with a capital P, and every other alphabet onward is in smaller letters. So that's amazing. So let's change it back to its original state, whereby it was in all lowercase. So let's put print, and I'm going to put text. So we already put. Now, before I type this in completely, I want you to try this out. If you're following along, just try it out. Give it a try. Check it in your IDLE. Type it out. Whatever you think it may be, try it out. If you get it, put it in the comment section. And if you also had troubles, maybe it showed you a syntax error, put it in the comment section as well. And I will tell you where you went wrong. Okay, so let's go ahead. And we're going to put lower. And remember to put your parentheses, empty set. So here we're going to put okay, here we're going to put and this is it. So let's just put enter, and it presents it in lowercase. So this is your casing. You can change from uppercase to propercase to lowercase in Python, and it doesn't give you a hassle. So the last but not the least, that's 3. The last but not the least, that is F. That's formatting strings. That's F strings. So let's go formatting strings. Formatting strings. Formatting strings. I'm just going to hit enter. And here we're going to be talking about F strings. Now I'm going to give you an instance. Now these are for data analysts. If you know you're a data analyst, this is for you. So maybe you're preparing an account, or maybe you're trying to prepare a table, or the way you do in Excel. You have a price. You're going to put price, and it's equals to, let's say, $49.99. So $49.999. Let's just say it's equals to $999. Okay, so this is 49.999. Now, and you want to convert this. First, you want to convert it to a currency, and next you want to remove, you want to bring down the decimals. You want to put it to 2 decimal places. Let's just put that. Okay, so how do we go about this? We come here. We're going to put print. I'm going to open the bracket. I'm going to put F. That's the function, and I'm going to put. So that is quotation stating what I want to do. Now print price, full column. I'm going to put the sign I want. So I want it to be dollars. Then I'm going to use a curly bracket. In the curly bracket, I'm going to say price. I'm going to put full column. I'm going to put dot. I'm going to say to F. I know this may seem a little hard, but it will make perfect sense in a second. Now, the first thing is to use the function FF is giving you the value of price, and price should be in dollars. Then the curly bracket is more of like a subset, and the same price is in 2 decimal places. So 2F means 2 decimal places. So let's come here and let's see what happens. Price. And our price is now $50. Okay, so if you enjoyed this content and liked what we did here today, please do hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon so that you'll be the first to see our videos. Thank you, and do have a wonderful day. Till the next one. Bye.